Question is about differentiation. The curve width equation has stationary point. So yeah, stationary point means the tangent gradient is 0, or the dy dx at that point is 0. So yeah, basically y prime equals 0 or f prime of p equals 0. Okay, so to find the f prime or y prime or dy dx, we gotta differentiate. And to differentiate a division, we have to use the quotient rule. This is the quotient rule in the MF19. So we call the du dx u prime and the dv dx v prime. So the formula is actually u prime v minus v prime u all over v squared. So this is the form we're gonna use: u prime v minus v prime u all over v squared. So now we need to identify the u and the v. Let's say the u is x cubed and the v is e to the x minus 1. So if u is x cubed, the u prime would be 3x squared using this usual formula. So u prime v, the v is just the usual, this is the v, minus v prime. So if this is v, the v prime is just e to the x because of this formula. E to the x becomes e to the x and minus 1 becomes 0 when we differentiate. Times u, the u is again x cubed, divided by e to the x minus 1 all squared, so the v squared. So we are done with the differentiation. When we plug in p, we're gonna get 0, because when the x is p, it's a stationary point. So when the x is p, this gradient or this dy dx is 0. So we replace the x with p and equate to 0. And in case you're wondering, what about the denominator? Well, whenever we have a fraction equals 0, just focus on the numerator equals 0, or just multiply both sides by the denominator, so it's gonna disappear basically. Okay, so a fraction equals 0 means numerator equals 0. So now we're solving numerator equals 0. We cannot do anything if it's a subtraction or addition here, because we have a subtraction addition. So we're gonna have to factorize things usually. So here we factor out p squared. So from the first term we still have 3 times e to the p and 3 times minus 1. That's what we get. And if we factor out p squared, we still have p times e to the p. So we have a multiplication now, so we use the 0 property. A times b equals 0 means a equals 0 or b equals 0. So if p squared is 0, the p is 0. Okay, so why is the 0 rejected? Well, let's say here, let's see here, the p must be positive, the p cannot be 0, that's why it's rejected. Now for the other factor equals 0, we have to rearrange to get the equation we need to prove. So we rearrange. If you look at the goal, this is the goal, this is what we need to get. So we have p equals something, so we have to make this equals the rest of the equation here. So just move this to the right, and then we divide both sides by e to the p. So we cancel out on the left, so we divide both sides by e to the p basically. So we cancel out. On the right only p, on the left they cancel out only 3, and we still have minus 3 over e to the p. And we can pull out the 3 as well here. So 3 times 1 is back to this, 3 times this is back to this. We're just factoring out the 3. And 1 over means the negative power, so we use e to the negative p, which is the form we need to prove. Okay, that's part A. Part B not here. Alright, that's it. I'll see you again next time.